right, Craig's recording. We're ready to go. Everybody, welcome to an AMA with the team from Horde. Scott, Johnny Fiasco with you as always, bringing you new content. Guys, go ahead and introduce yourselves to the people.
Hey, thanks for having us here today. I'm Tommy. I'm part of the Horde team, and I'm just here to help give you guys an understanding of what we're trying to build. I'll pass you over.
Yeah, I'm John, and as Tommy, I'm also a part of the foundation of Horde team, and I've been in the crypto communities since 2016. So just really excited for this project finally to be so close to launch. It's really surreal. So exciting.
Excellent. As always, we got Scott, we got Johnny. Sensei is winding it up in the Napa area, so drink one for us, buddy. Go ahead and tell us about now. Are you the founders, or are you devs, or like what functions do you fulfill in the team, fellas?
Yeah, we're both part of the founding team. So we're really a collection of experienced devs, website and app engineers, graphics designer, long-term investors in the crypto space. A few of us have real-world businesses, successful real-world businesses, and other crypto projects. So we've really just combined all of our skill sets to come together and create this unique protocol that we've come together for.
Excellent. And John, do you have anything to add to that, or?
No, that's pretty much it. I had run multiple businesses in real life, and just evolved over to the crypto world from that, and sort of find my opportunities way bigger and way better here than in real life. Sort of say.
Yeah, crypto is definitely up and coming for sure. There's a lot of opportunity, and the fields are ripe right now for anybody to take an opportunity and run with it.
Yeah. So let's talk about, if you don't mind, Johnny. I'll just go on and tell everyone about why we're here today, and why all of these different people got together on this special project, and why we've been working for so long on it. It's really a case of that we saw a problem with DaaS protocols, with how communities are engaged, and we really came up with a truly sustainable DaaS system that works far differently to anything you've seen before. In fact, so differently we couldn't just be a fork or anything, or copy someone's open source. We've had to build this from the ground up, and it's a truly new concept in the DaaS category. But we're really focused on delivering something really engaging to the community with regards to building it alongside NFT utilities, which will actually have in-game attributes as well. And we're actually combining the two systems together in a unique way. What's special about our project really is that we're really focused on two huge different things. What we've built, and this is that we've got a stabilized rewards pool, which won't be at mercy of the huge volatility in the markets now. But we're also looking at a decaying date on each plot, which you may consider a node, and there will be like a minimum percent of 300% in Horde tokens for each plot created. And this is how actually it's incorporated in the NFTs, albeit that they may contain reward boosters, or they may contain in-game attributes. And it's a really special way that we've approached this, and there's so much going on. I'm sure you'll hear more as we go on about it. But I think if John wants to explain a bit more about really the stable reward system we've got and a bit more of how that works.
Yeah.
For
So
sure.
yeah. Before we go
Sorry.
any further on that point, let me just take you back 1 second so that anyone that's not familiar with a NOS play, I know in Cryptonairz we have a lot of experienced people who have done absolutely everything under the sun, right? But for people that haven't experienced it yet, you're essentially a nodes as a service type of play, correct?
Yeah,
No,
more
DeFi.
a Defi-as-a-service.
Okay, and so your idea is you call what you would call nodes or whatever the function would be. It's not going to have RPC endpoints or something, but you call it a plot, right?
Correct.
And basically they lock up tokens in this plot, and it pays out 300% of the Horde tokens rate in a decay model, something similar to like what Strong does with their V2 contract, right?
Very similar reward system with regards to 10 tokens to create a plot and then daily reward of 0.1 tokens.
And so essentially it's a 100-day ROI, and then after a 300% ROI, the plot, what do you call it? What's the end point?
Yeah, the plots, because effectively the plot will represent a part of our game, and this plot will also, you'll be able to buy an NFT scene for it, which again will be incorporated into the game. A lot more details coming on that section of it, really, in our Volume 2 Souls paper. Effectively, the business model at the start is a DaaS protocol with a 10 plot creation, a 0.1 reward system.
Perfect. So most people in here are going to be familiar with something like that in the past.
Yeah.
So that's kind of an entry point for understanding. And then John, go ahead and take it away and tell us what's different. What's so different about what you guys are doing compared to some of the other competitors in the space?
Yeah, that's in my opinion, one of the biggest forces, obviously, because we removed the roller coaster ride, or saw a part of the roller coaster rides. And we have done that by, instead of pairing it with BNB, which would make it volatile, we have paired it with BUSD. So that's sort of stabilize, at least the part we can stabilize about the price. And then we have, in the liquidity management, sort of made it like a stable token, again pairing it to BUSD, and that's where our price range bound come in. And it would be set from start between 95 and 105 BUSD, and it would sort of bounce between those two. And if someone buys more, then the liquidity management pool will sell it off and put it in the liquidity management pool. And if then the sell pressure become too high, it would begin selling it again. Buying again to keep the price up. And this is really what we think sets us really aside, because who want to join a token node system or plot system at 5,000 for a node, and then in 2 days the sell pressure is too high and it drops below 250, and your ROI is going to be, twice as long. So that was sort of the biggest problem we saw, and what we started thinking the most of in the beginning, and it's just evolved way beyond that alone, but yeah, that's the.
So basically what you guys are trying to solve is the aspect that all the other node projects have currently, or the DaaS projects have, is anyone that got in at the get-go, they're the ones that are making the most money, and all the new investors are basically paying the old investors back. And as long as there's new investors that continually stream in, then the price and project theoretically will be there for a while anyway, even though the price is going to keep going down like some other ones are doing right now. But you guys are aiming to solve that issue, correct?
Yeah. Exactly. And you can say another big part of it is that when we do it this way, we have a way longer time to make the perfect game than anyone have. We initially, this is just the right way to do it, because you rather have a sort of a stable, payout than have this fluctuating price, because then you don't know when to compound and you don't know when to sell, and yeah, this just remove a lot of those aspects. And with the decaying time, the reward pool will continue to grow, and if you want to use your NFT attributes in the game, you know, the scenes and all that stuff, you need a plot, so you need to buy a new plot and to place your scenes at, because the scenes don't decay, so you would have some NFTs that would live on, but you would need a plot to place them on. So if you want to be a part of the game, that's what you need to do. So this would, you know, make the treasury continue to grow, and yeah, just solving a lot of problems that everyone else is dealing with right now.
Sure. So let's talk about the NFT aspect of it real quick. So when someone purchases an NFT, what exactly does it do for them? Like, what are all the different plans currently that you guys have in play?
Yeah, that's to be announced very soon, but
Okay.
we would like to keep that part for ourselves,
Okay.
at least
Okay.
for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just to give you a general overview, really, of the NFT aspects of what we're doing. Initially, there's going to be NFT scenes, which are going to represent, you know, you're going to get a basic plot when you just create it with 10 tokens, but you'll be able to attach an NFT scene to this, which will be linked into the game. And again, this is something that we're working on in releasing the detailed information about how this works in the volume 2 of the Souls paper. But the NFTs aren't just there for reward boosters. They're actually going to have in-game attributes built into them as well. And there's going to be different types of NFT scenes, which they'll have different. I'm trying not to give too much away, but they're going to have different utilities. Let's put it that way. So it's a really exciting aspect of how it's really going to link in to the game.
Okay. And so those NFTs, they're not going to have a decay model attached to them. Like, you'll be able to hold them even after
exactly
it is done on a particular node.
Yeah, no, the NFT scenes will they won't decay, and they will actually be able to be sold on a secondary marketplace as well.
Okay.
So let me ask you a question, and this is going back to your decay model on your plots, right?
Yes.
Something that I've been concerned about, because I think projects are going to have to move in that direction. I think you've called that correctly. You can see some of them, like we talked about, strong V2 contract. But it's important for people to understand that if you can't keep the token price relatively stable, then you can't have a decay model, right? Because basically, if I buy in at a certain price and then I go through a decay model after a certain percent, but the price has dropped precipitously, essentially I've locked in a massive loss. So you guys are algorithmically controlling the price by the liquidity pool, basically. And that's what allows you to offer this decay model.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, John.
Oh, I just want to say you're completely right, but it's really quite simple. It's just you know, every transactions is looked at, and it will sell and buy regarding if it goes up or below the price range. And obviously it's depending on the BUSD beholdings, but that's sort of obviously.
Yeah, no, obviously. I mean, there has to be BUSD there to buy. So it's still market set in that sense. But you have a plan for essentially trying to stabilize the token so that the ROI will be even, which, you know, I like that you guys have thought that out before launching anyway.
Yeah, I can tell you the dev has been very, very annoyed by getting this idea, because this is his idea, and it you know, forced him to rewrite everything, and
we rewrote the book. Let's put it that way. He's worked really hard creating this from the ground up. And you know, we've done this before, and it's nice to see you say it as well. It's like we are going to see a lot more people moving in this direction, but we do feel that we've got this special formula going on here. There's a lot to come, and the main thing is that we're focused on our community. Okay, and the reason why I can say that with a hand on my heart, and it's not just a cliche thing. You can see the giveaways and competitions we've run already, and this is going to be something that's going to be a constant thing with us with regards to, especially when the play to earn game comes. We're going to be running community giveaways and high scores and stuff like this, because we really feel that there's too much in these projects where you just create your node and there's nothing else to do, and it's really like if it ends up like in these other protocols where you're getting paid in a price that's falling, it's even worse. We just really have a vision of just capturing people's imagination in the whole ecosystem, and this goes towards refilling the rewards pool for even longer longevity with regards to NFT sales and etc. So we've really approached this with scrutinizing every aspect that we can. As mentioned, we've all been involved in various crypto projects and investing, and we've brought real world business ideas into this, and we've kept coming back to how can we make this better. And we welcome any like difficult questions, because we've probably asked them ourselves before, and this is why we've really ended up with a system we're so happy and proud of. And this is why, again, we're so excited just to be here and talk about this.
So it looks like you've created a technical model which you want to increase stability, and your plan is to essentially make it a play to earn game that runs on top of this model. You've set the model up for longevity, so you have a long time to develop the game. I know you're not going to be able to drop too much alpha about the game at this stage.
Yeah.
Can you drop anything to us, what it's going to be like, when you would expect, like ballpark, for it to be released? Any details like that you can share with us?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely we know that we don't want to like say something and then it not happen. So this is why we've put the game in Q3, the launch of this. But we are essentially, if you imagine your plot, you're going to get waves of zombies or hordes of zombies coming in. It's going to be a wave attack, and you're going to be able to defend your plot, and this is going to have the play to earn aspect in it. And so I suppose to drop some alpha here for you guys, community competitions with regards to the highest scoring player of the week. Things like this are really going to set us apart, because we're putting so much effort in and dedication to keeping communication going with everything that we're doing. And we've always worked on transparency from the start, and giving everyone, as fair as we can platform. This goes as far as not having any team allocation tokens. We've got none, because we don't want to. We want to be rewarded with the success of a project. So this is how much effort we're putting in, and how confident we are we're going to deliver such a great project, because we've not got anything special. We're not taking any tokens, and that's just one show of like how dedicated we are to bringing such a great community sort of vibe.
Yeah, and I think that shows. Go ahead, Johnny.
I was just going to say the exact same thing you were probably going to say, which is that is something that we should talk about right now, just due to a lot of the behavior that we've seen in the NAS and DaaS space recently. Yeah. So just to touch on this, so that everybody knows, anyone that hasn't followed the project or isn't in their Discord, you are all KYC'd by Assure, correct?
All the multi-sig wallet holders, that counts up of 4 of the founders. They're all KYC'd, and yeah, we've funded the whole project ourselves. So this is how much heart and dedication we've put in, and many hours of getting this right for everyone.
Yeah, and once again, in your project, just so everybody knows, once again, there's no VCs with large amounts of tokens. There's no whitelist allocation with large amount of tokens. Everybody will be able to buy the token at the same price that you all yourselves will be able to buy the token at what would you call it? Like a public pre-sale?
Yeah, public fair pre-sale. You could call it anything you like, because all it is that there's no whitelist. No one gets special perks. As soon as it's on sale, the pre-sale is for 1p Horde token. 1p Horde token is $500, which equates to 10 tokens at $50, and that would be limited to 1p Horde per wallet. So that's one anti-whale mechanism. On the launch on the 22nd, we're going to start the price with a fair launch at $10. Everyone gets, their chance at buying it at that price. We're going to have a maximum of 300 tokens per transaction. We're doing a lot. We've been involved in these situations before, and this is why we've made all of these adaptations to make it as fair as possible for everyone. So,
gotcha.
And once again,
two things I want to say real quick. Before we get too much farther, for all those that are listening right now, make sure you guys stick around, because at the end we will be we'll be selecting 2 people that have the best questions for the Horde team, and they'll be getting $125 a piece BUSD at the end. So just stay tuned and stick around for that. But you got to have a really good question, and so make sure you're thinking between now and the end of this AMA. And the next thing I was going to say is, I really like that you guys are not like token holders, where you guys have a large account that's already set there because you guys have put in your own money and want to see this project succeed. And you guys are also going to be purchasing at the launch. And I have one more thing about the launch is, so the public pre-sale is that those people that buy on that day, they have to make a plot with those tokens, correct?
correct. Very good point to bring up. So this is again a mechanism that we've allowed to not only make it fair, but if you want to get involved at $50 a token or $500 for a P-Horde token, when you purchase that, it can only be swapped for a plot at launch. So there's a whole lot of whatever sells on the pre-sale. I'm assuming we're going to sell out because there's a lot of excitement, but it's like whatever sells there will not be able to be dumped on the market at launch either. They're going to be plots.
And that's also, I think, really smart, just so then they don't see the price shoot up and then bottom out with how everyone's selling their plots from the day before.
We've all seen it. We've all been there ourselves. So again, it's just something we've tried to stop that. So.
Sure.
So on launch, then also as a reference to price action, you're going to launch the token at $10. We all know it'll be there for about 1 second before the price will start to shoot up. But your own essentially liquidity pool is going to sell off the token when it gets to $100, right? So basically, you're going to try to control the price between 95 and 105.
Yeah,
exactly.
And so, there's not even going, like, the people that buy plots ahead of time, they're only allowed to buy 1 plot, but they're not going to get a massive advantage from doing so. They would essentially be getting it somewhere right into the middle of that smaller range.
Yeah, it would probably be hard to get it under 50. So I wouldn't count of getting it below myself when I'm buying on launch. But anyway, again, this plays very well into the decaying model, because then all the people who's going to be buying cheap nodes, they are dying as the first nodes. So that's nice to know. They won't be scooping the cream forever like in these other projects. So.
Yeah, it's like the people as soon as a wallet has enough to create a new node, a new plot. Sorry, it's like by that time the price will be, let's say, nearly $100, and then when it's at $100, from that point onwards, it doesn't matter if you're a so-called whale or just have 1 plot, you'll all be buying at the same price. And it just has this different kind of fairness about the whole system that, again, we haven't seen before, because we've had to build this from the ground up. So it's really exciting to see that play out. And I'm sure you guys haven't seen quite anything like how that works. And it's going to be interesting to see, this is built into our long-term plan, so this is all part of really the sustainability model that we've created here.
Yeah, I definitely am looking forward to watching how your launch goes. It seems like we've seen projects really understand some of these problems recently, and they're trying different methods to address what's going on. And it'll be really interesting to watch from a technical aspect how your launch goes and just see, like, is this the answer? I think we're all out here experimenting. We're all trying to find out, like, what does the best DaaS play or NAS play look like. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to watch. If you guys succeed in this way, then you're going to get forked like 70,000 times within the first couple of months.
Johnny, we've had these jokes between us, man. Like, we're like, hey, how long is it going to be before we go? We get messages saying, hey, we're a Horde fork, because we really do feel like we've got something special like that. And I suppose I always come back to a great saying of that we are trying to capture the success of a project, not in the token price just flying up with the excitement and the hype. Obviously, we need that. Any project needs this, okay? But it's like we're trying to capture the longevity in the rewards pool and the treasury and the liquidity management, rather than just letting, causing a big sell-off because the tokens go so high in price, right?
I think actually we have forgot a very important point in the excitement.
Yeah, I was just going to say this. Go ahead. You go ahead.
It's just that we are going to raise the price, but we will do it in a fashion that suits the liquidity management protocol. We will not just let it rise till 200 and then see it drop down again. So we will do it in time so that it actually is possible for us to continue the growth and stability. So we are definitely aiming to raise the price, and a lot of times, but it will be done in a manner that makes sense to the protocol, because again, that's the most important thing for us. When we have no allocation and anything, we really, and have put so much time in, we really need this to succeed. And so we have, thought of everything, and will not put, greed in front of the project, because I've seen a lot of questions regarding how we divide it in the Horde pool, and I think that's a fair question, but we will do that in a non-static way. We will do it so it suits the project the best, and if that means we going down some month, then that's what's going to happen, because again, it's the project that's come first.
I got you. So for people that may not, understand liquidity, or may not even understand like the tokenomics of some of these projects, one of the worst things that you can happen in a new NAS or DaaS project is to have too many people in profit too early. Because basically everybody has a number in their mind when they buy a project, whether it's 2x, 5x, 10x, or whatever, and they're going to have a number at which they're going to sell out, right? They're going to have a certain number of profit. And if everybody gets in too much profit too early, that's where these massive sell-offs come. Then people lose faith in the project, and the project dies. And that's what you all are trying to control. You're trying to basically make it so that people can get into profit, but they get there slowly, evenly, and over time, so that the project can kind of continue to build upon what you're doing without these massive mountain and valley / charts, right?
Exactly, Johnny. Exactly. I mean, by removing the risk of getting paid in a daily reward that's falling faster than a drop in stone, it's like it's something that it does for communities and their confidence, and it really prevents people from coming along and joining the ecosystem. But by giving everyone a fair payout, and by really incorporating great community spirit with everything we're doing, and an honest sort of transparent way, it's like we've really got something special with that. And yeah, we're super excited how so many people have saw this, and I hope we come across like we're just so passionate about what we've been building for so long, because we're so we've been in the same position as all you guys, and we're just happy that we actually feel that we've got this special way of capturing the sustainability and the longevity of these of these reward pools, unlike ever before.
So, and this is everybody. Go ahead and start getting your questions ready. These guys got some money to give away for the best questions. So get your questions ready. Raise hands. We don't want to sit up here talking at you all day. We'll let you get involved. Yeah. If people want to get involved in your project, go ahead and give us the dates. Give us what the easiest ways to do it. Put out there what chain you're launching on, in case somebody's not familiar, what token they can buy with, etc. Go ahead and give them that rundown so people know exactly how to get involved should they want to.
So let's run everything down. Yeah, we're on Binance Smart Chain, which actually allows people not only to have the liquidity needed in the BUSD pairing, but it's a fast, cheap network to use. It really misses a solid node play right now as well. So it's Binance Smart Chain on the 21st. The time to be announced. We are having a pre-sale. As mentioned, the pre-sale will contain P-Horde. P-Horde tokens will be for sale. One per wallet at $500, equal to $50 per token for 10 tokens. So that's the 21st of this month, in just 9 days. And the 22nd is the launch. Again, time to be announced. That will be a fair launch, no whitelist, and literally $10 a token is a starting price. You require 10 tokens to create a plot. And yeah, we're going to have a stabilized price around $100. So let's see how quickly it gets there. But yeah, it's going to be exciting, because once we're at that stage, everyone's going to be on the same bracket, on the same token, on the same sort of level. So just seeing the sort of fairness and everything what we've sort of built come into action, it certainly got us all just buzzing to see it go live. To let the zombies out,
And the pre-launch is on our webpage, and the fair launch will be on PancakeSwap, and we would set it up and then make the pair active and let people buy it at the same time. So,
Gotcha.
so
the pre-sale or the pre-public fair sale, whatever you want to call it, is directly from your website on day one. Day two is on PancakeSwap. Is that what you just said?
Exactly.
Okay.
As always, everybody listening, this is not financial advice. No one's up here telling you to buy anything. We're providing you information only. Also, please, as the case with all of these launches, wait till they announce the correct tokens. Make sure you're not buying into a scam. I promise you there will be 20 fake pools and 20 fake tokens being posted everywhere. Keep yourself safe if you're going to participate. Scott, any other questions that we may have missed that you can think of before we turn it over to the crowd?
I don't think so. I think everything was pretty well covered. I guess the one last thing I did want to ask is, and you kind of touched base, was like long-term sustainability. Like, obviously you're going to be doing the plots for now and then going to be moving into the metaverse type stuff. Like, is there any other things that you can share with the community that you're also looking and doing, or are these your two main focuses for now?
I mean, I can let you on a bit of a secret, I suppose, because you guys always want that extra bit of info, right? So yeah, there's been discussions, and I'm not going to disclose any names of
Sure.
What chain or whatever we're talking about, but there's certainly been discussions with regards to the treasury funds will really be it will be getting the community involved into where we're putting these funds. But we're going to have different ways in which we put these funds, and one particular way is we're looking to, arch out to, how can I put this without giving too much away? Different, let's say different sort of game platforms. And we're certainly going to have the Horde game itself, which is, in the early stages of development right now, will be the main big, the big Horde game where people are coming along. But we're also going to have reaches out to these other metaverse style game projects that will help us expand the ecosystem and pull people into our ecosystem. So I hope that sort of gives you a little bit of something at least.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, let's start getting people up here. Go, Sush. You've been waiting for a long time. Go ahead and take the invite up here and ask your question, brother.
Thank you so much for taking my question. All right, so you guys have asked most of the question, right? So I had two things here. One is with respect to the treasury. I think you gave a partial answer there. So where you said the 20% that you have got in the treasury, you'll be investing that on the high yield protocol. So do we have any insights on that? So what would be those high yield protocols?
That's hard to say right now because that's depending on the time, and that would not, be neither me and Tommy who would decide upon what the community can select upon. But we will bring the community with the decisions, but they will not be, deciding on which projects, because we really need to make those decisions as wise as possible. And so we have some technical analytics that would do most of that work.
Okay. Yeah, and also if I could just add that this is one way that we really want to keep everything transparent and open to our community, is regards to that every time the Treasury builds up a milestone of $100,000, we're going to bring it to our community to vote fairly on where that money is went into their own ecosystem. So I hope that clarifies at least some.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. And my second question would be, so you have got a pre-sales on 21st of this month, right? So is it open for all, or is there any whitelisting there?
No whitelist. Everything's fair. It's just a fair pre-sale. So anyone's welcome to come along and get a P Horde token, which represents one plot for $500, and limited to one token per wallet.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you so much for taking my question.
Thank you, bro.
Thanks for your questions. Iceman, we're going to bring you up now.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Iceman wins the competition for coolest name.
Right. I really have a comment and then a question. The first comment is, I really appreciate the innovation here. You see a lot of node protocols that have launched recently claiming innovation, and it seems like baby steps, right? Whereas here, it seems like you've really taken into account two of the biggest issues that I've seen, which is diminishing buy pressure and then ever extending ROIs as the token price slowly goes down.
Yeah.
But my main question is, and this might be a silly question for an expert, but to help my understanding, you have this price bound range. When does that kick in? So if we have the fair launch and you see this massive green candle, does the green candle have a cap, or is it going to go until it stops and then slowly be brought down over a month or so into the price bound range?
It will stop at 105, and then the sell mechanism will kick in and sort of release it and bring it back down. And we have thought of swing trading too. So we know there is a 10% you could swing trade on within our price bound, but we also have put in a sell tax, and that's to say that's the only tax there is at all in this. We don't have any fees at all in our ecosystem. We are feeless. But we have put in this sell tax, and we have done that to avoid swing traders to come in at 95 and a sell off at 105, because that would really be, also a very bad thing, and also something I know we all have seen on these projects, swing trading on the token price. So this is sort of our way to remove those things.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Bo.
Thanks, Iceman.
Thanks.
All right. Staked Q, come on up.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hey.
Hey, thanks so much for having me up here. I have just a couple of questions. But before that, I want to express my compliments to you guys. And I love the line you said, we want to be rewarded with the success of the project. That is beautiful. That should be made into a best quote of the year, no projects.
Appreciate that very much.
My first question is just how intertwined is the node protocol with the P2E game? A lot of protocols have the game as a completely separate thing. Would we be able to put our plot of lands at stake in the P2E game? So for example, would it decay even faster if we lose the game, or just how intertwined are the two elements?
I think we would love to. Yeah, sorry, just take it, Tommy.
Okay, cool, man. It's like, so we appreciate that, first and foremost, we haven't put too many details about the NFT integration for the reason that we really wanted to start off by highlighting the DaaS sustainability protocol that we've built. We didn't want to, highlight the second, big show where we just wanted to talk about what we've built for first. With regards to the NFT integration, you won't have to actually stake the NFTs into the website. They can be simply held in your wallet. They won't decay. The NFT scenes particularly, and we have got a few different types of NFT scenes coming. Different types of NFT scenes will have different attributes and different utilities. But if we just talk about the NFT scenes, they alone will later give you access into the play-to-earn aspect. So there's a lot of ways that we're intertwining the utilities of the NFT tokens. And I certainly don't want to ever give the impression that the play-to-earn or the NFTs are somewhat a gimmick of what we're doing, because they're certainly not. They're certainly a part of our longer-term vision to actually create a place that people come to for a fair place to earn rewards and actually engage in a really fun, fair community that will be unlike anything we've seen before. But with regards to the NFT utilities, there's even going to... I'll drop you some alpha here, Stay Queen, because of a great question. We're actually going to have a utility which is going to link you back into our Discord as well. So I'm not going to go into that sort of segment either. But yeah, there's a lot coming. So, but again, I appreciate the confusion on NFTs, because we purposely haven't released too much details about it, because we want to focus on the prime problem here to start with, which is the sustainability issue in the category.
Sounds good. I respect that. Thank you for the very good answer. My part two of the question, if I may, is have you guys considered joining the Union of Transparency? And is that something you would be interested in? They will have different tiers, and it sounds like you guys are ticking all of the boxes for their highest regarded tier of the Union of Transparency.
I really appreciate that suggestion. We'll certainly can speak about that further in a private conversation maybe, but we certainly we've done our KYC already before launch. We're going to have a transparency with regards to we're getting a CERTIC audit on launch. We'll have multiple different audits as well. So it's certainly something that we can discuss further. So that's appreciated, that suggestion.
Okay, thank you so much
actually
for
heard.
Thank you.
thank you so much.
Okay. Appreciate it.
All right, let's get Timo in up here. Anybody else have a question? Get it ready, everybody.
Hello, guys. Thanks for having me on stage.
Hey, welcome
How's it
back.
going?
Yeah, welcome back. I see you more often than my girlfriend. That's incredible.
Don't people are gonna start, man.
So, I got a couple of small questions. First, you said the NFTs will be tradable or be able to be sold on a secondary marketplace. Can we expect an own marketplace at some time?
The NFTs would be sold in Horde tokens for Horde tokens. So it will, but that's we're not going to disclose that much more than. But it would of course be sold and bought in Horde to sustain the ecosystem.
So it's like an own kind of marketplace in some kind because it's just purchasable for your own native token, right?
Yes.
Yes. But we should again, and I apologize for being scarce on details with regards to how the NFTs are incorporated into that section. But again, it's because we realize like we've looked at so many aspects of this and we really want to highlight the sustainability issue. But with regards to the NFTs, they're going to be tradable. They're going to be able to be purchased from the platform, and they will be tradable on other marketplaces as well. And that's
All right.
That's what I could say for now about that.
Amazing. Now, just that I got it right, everybody on the pre-sale launch, like on the 21st, not on PancakeSwap the day before.
Yeah.
Everybody has like the maximum amount to invest then of $500. Did I get that correct?
Correct.
So that's
one P Horde token per wallet, which would cost $500.
all right. Amazing. So you have. Wait, what did I write down here? Oh yeah. Do you have any other anti-whale or anti-pump and dump mechanics planned or integrated pre-launch or post-launch, except for the like I don't know how's that in English. It's in BUSD, so to stabilize it. But like you've seen 1,000 nodes as a service protocols where I didn't even invest because it was clear. It starts like, let's say on $10, it goes to $80, and next day it's $5 because everybody takes the 8x. So yeah.
Yeah,
Anything
there's plenty of anti-whale measures in. We mentioned them earlier slightly, but it's like a maximum of 300 tokens per transaction. There's no whitelist, no team allocation. We're stopping any whales coming along to swing trade a token because of our price band range of between $95 and $105. Our 10% sale tax stops any pressure from there. That's off the top of my head right now. We've really dug into preventing any bad things like that happening. And that comes from all of our experience with regards to being involved in these protocols and really, scrutinizing it for, scrutinizing it how our community will come along and ask the same questions. We've tried to make as many mechanisms to prevent any of that sort of happening. Really, I hope that.
that is amazing. You clearly invested some time in there. Like that's more anti-whale, anti-pump and dump stuff than 99% of all the projects I've watched and followed since last September. So yeah, looking forward. Thank you very much for answering, Tommy, and have a great rest of the AMA.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for your questions, man.
And thanks for the nice words, kind words.
Archer, what's going on?
Thank you too.
So with our yeah, we've got no. I don't think anyone else has got their hand up. Oh, who's Sterling?
One more.
Hey.
Hello everyone. So I'm Archer. I'm a head of security for Cryptonairz, and I just wanted to make kind of a blanket statement that we've done a lot of additions to our process for anyone in the audience today, and there's been a lot of work that's gone into bringing projects to the group here, and the fact that the Horde is here in an AMA today says a lot about their project and how transparent they've been and how good the project looks. And so, because that's kind of a new thing, I just wanted to make that announcement.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you very much.
Yeah,
That's
for those of you that don't
appreciate
know,
it, man.
yeah, for those of you that don't know, it is not easy for projects to get up here. The amount of vetting that we go through now, compared to, I don't know, before rug season is just getting exponential. So, yeah,
Don't
golf.
remind
To put some numbers to it, it's about a 60-40 split. So about 60% of the projects that come through our doors, whether we find them or they find us, end up getting shown the door, and about 40%, end up getting an AMA scheduled.
There you go. It looks like we got Music Toast over here wanting to ask a question. Thanks for coming up, Sterling. We appreciate you letting everybody know that.
Yeah, thank you very much for your kind words.
All right, awesome. Can you guys hear me?
Yep. What's
Yeah.
going on?
Well, I really like this idea of like having the rewards token paired to a stable coin, which I think makes a lot of sense in like a bull market where your yields or your treasury yields are going to far outstrip the rewards that you give. You guys are in a really unique place in that you're kind of in a down market, and so can you talk about like what your milestones for success are, like how big the treasury you need to have, or how many nodes like per week or per month you need to be adding in order to like maintain the runway that you're talking about?
That is something you would see in Soul's Papers V2. We are currently in making of some infographic and some stuff like that. So I would really like not to put it in words because I think I would overcomplicate things. But you would see it soon enough in the Soul's Paper V2. That's for sure. And it is something that we are working hard upon to make it as easy to understand as possible. Because there are multiple factors in place, both treasury, liquidity management, and reward pool have to be counted in to such things. So yeah, I'm sorry.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
No, it makes sense.
Yeah.
You gotta keep some stuff in your hip pocket. I get it, but yeah, I'm looking forward to reading that.
Yeah, I mean it's a difficult question really, but it's like the main reason that we have incorporated all these different adaptations to what we've seen out there so far that we've had to create it from the ground up. These are all adaptations that we've saw cause problems for sustainability and longevity of these projects. And it's like when we've reached certain milestones of how long treasuries can go on for, with a projection of where we think nodes could go to, it's going to give us a lot of options to give to the community with regards to what we do with the treasury and where at what stages we can move the pegged price up to a new price. So because it's a completely new, unique process. It's going to be fun for us all to watch this play out as we go on, but we seem to think we've got everything locked down. I'm pretty sure. Like your great compliment. Like we've really tried to look at this in a different aspect.
Yeah, I could actually give you some time on it. There have been 2 blockchain developers working like maybe 25 hours a week for 5 months now on these contracts. It's not a small contract. It's a huge project.
I'm looking forward to being part of the experiment.
Thank you, Music Toast.
Keep in mind, yeah, keep in mind for everybody too, with questions like that, every project is going to be subject to the volume coming in, right? So how much they can afford to pay out and for how long, that will depend on the uptake of the project, how big it goes. They won't necessarily be able to answer those questions in any definitive numbers. What the important thing to look at when you're viewing NAS projects is what their tokenomic structure is. And these guys have a very sustainable reward model, right? They're not offering you a 10-day ROI or something like that is going to burn out quickly. So just keep that in mind when you look at projects like these. Look at what the ROI is and whether anyone could really offer that type of yield sustained, and you'll know whether it's real or not. Anything else, Music? You got any other questions, buddy?
No, that's great. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Perfect. Let's get Greg82 up here. You got to unmute yourself, Greg. What do you got for us, buddy? Oh, you there, Greg? Anybody
Greg's
else?
just Greg's just got too overexcited. He's passed out, man. That's what's happened. It happens at all of the AMAs.
Yeah. Anybody else? Anybody else while Greg's trying to get his mic fixed?
Guys, can
There
you
he
hear me?
is.
Oh,
Yes.
there he is.
Hey, Greg. We can hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you, Greg.
Oh no, we can hear Greg. He can't hear us.
Greg's back. Go ahead, Greg.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Oh, okay. He's got technical issues. Yeah, so I mean, we went through quite a few questions.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, guys. Greg, we appreciate having you. We've been going for almost an hour now, so it looks like we've gotten through most of the questions. Let's let these guys have one last word, and then we'll call it for today. All right, an hour's quite a bit of time. Tommy, John, you got anything else you want to leave the people with at the end of this?
Shall we just choose the two winners for the questions, or should we do this later on Twitter, or how do you guys normally do this?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, just hit us in the DMs with the two people that you all selected. We don't want to select because obviously we work for the company and we don't want to be part of that process. So you guys hit us up in the DMs with who you thought had the best questions, and we'll announce it on Twitter and in the Discord, and we'll get that taken care of. Okay?
With you lovely people, what turned up to hear us talking about our project today are going to win $125 BUSD each. So hopefully you'll be able to pick up a plot on launch. But yeah, I suppose a final sort of word. Just thanks to everyone for coming along. Thanks for all the great questions. Thank you to you, Johnny, you, Scott, just for having us here. And all the great compliments we've had. I hope we've really resonated with people with regards to that. We really have given so much thought into how to really truly bring this sustainability model, and the amount of stuff we've got coming, guys. Like it's going to be great. But like I say, first off, let's concentrate on what we're here to do and deliver everyone a great platform to start earning daily rewards. And yeah, you can catch us all in the Horde Discord anytime. Our Discord is incredible. Like we've got an incredible guy that made this, and we're always in there. So if ever you need to ask anything, come along. Someone will always be there.
We just want to do a final thing. We just want to show you our pre-sale debt.
Yeah, if that's okay.
Yeah, he's already up here, so he would do some screen sharing, and you guys can. I don't think.
Is it possible to share your screen in an AMA?
I have never done that on Discord. I don't even know if it's possible, guys.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm looking through, but it doesn't look like I can share my screen.
I thought there was a way.
In that case, everyone go and follow our Twitter, and we'll be dropping some new little alpha on there of what's going on. Okay. Yeah, thanks so much for everything. I hope we've answered everything as best as we can. So yeah, anything you want to say? Dan? John?
No,
Will?
that's
Alex?
fine.
Me? Sim? Hans? Everyone's in here. The whole team's turned up. So yeah, thanks so much for having us on. And I'm sure
Awesome.
I'm sure you'll see us around, and you'll see us. We'll have another chat another time.
Appreciate it, guys.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to your launch.
And we'll have you guys back to follow up and see how everything's working after launch, and we'll
That'd
keep
be
in contact.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic, guys.
Yeah, gonna be exciting.
Well, good luck to everybody in the future. Thanks for showing up, all of the people in the audience. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you all next time. Okay.
All right. See ya.
Goodbye.